name is Jared Travnicek, and I'm a medical illustrator. I grew up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. My neighborhood was relatively, it was a middle-class neighborhood, but I would say about 75% of the families on my block had kids that were my age. So I grew up with a lot of, a lot of friends, a lot of good friends, getting, running around, getting in trouble, doing all that great stuff that you do when you're a kid. My first memory of technology is actually pretty funny. Well, I think it's funny, but it's a funny story. I was about 8 years old, and my parents weren't necessarily Luddites, but they were definitely kind of they shied away from technology a little bit. For my 8th birthday, I got this one package, just one box, and I get in and I open it up, and everyone around is like so excited. They're just so excited about this, and so in turn, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this thing? I'm very excited about what this thing is, and it goes on for 30 seconds, and I'm just so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, this is amazing, and then I stop, and I'm like, what is it? And it's, what it was a NES cartridge. It was Star Voyager, like one of the first, it was the first video game I had ever seen. And the thing was my parents had bought the NES, and it was on back order. So they couldn't actually give me this game system, so they gave me a game to represent that I was getting a Nintendo. So I got started in medical illustration, I guess, technically it would be in undergrad. I was doing biology as a major. I was doing the pre-med track, and I was not feeling, entirely satisfied. I really enjoyed the science, but I felt like I needed some creativity in what I was doing. So I went looking on their website, and I found, or on the Iowa State website, and I was able to find the biological and pre-medical illustration program. Who taught me what I know? I guess it really starts with my father. He was a dentist, but he was also a really excellent artist. He was a really creative person, and I remember he when I was very young, maybe 5 or 6, taught me how to paint, and it was obviously terrible, but it was fun. So I guess to expand my heroes outside of, or historical heroes outside of medical illustration, I'd have to say it's people that are, the people I have the most respect for are people who create beautiful things, but in a very unique way. The person that really comes to mind first is Dieter Rams. He was just a genius of industrial design and created some of the most beautiful, simple objects that kind of shaped the everyday world around him, and I guess around all of us. He worked for Braun for a number of years and made, in my opinion, some of the most amazing pieces of usable technology to date. Maybe Apple is about the only other people that make things on that level, with that care of attention to design and functionality and simplicity. So I think if I were to end up doing anything else that that wasn't medical illustration, I think I would attempt to go into industrial design. I guess it would be, I love working with my hands, and I love shaping the world around me, shaping the objects that make, that are part of the world around me. The internet changed my life by giving me access to information about medical illustration. I don't think I would have ever known about that profession if I wouldn't have found it on the internet. I don't think the millennial generation has any inherent characteristics that set it apart from other generations, but I do think we are living in a truly extraordinary time where technology and the internet can be used to shape the world around us. A great example, I think, of that is the revolution in Egypt, where young people were able to use Facebook to change the economic and political landscape of that entire country. It's a pretty amazing thing.